as far as what's going on outside the UFC right now, I haven't seen you a couple weeks. I did want to ask you about just a couple key ones. Khabib Nurmagomedov, we saw him get tested by USADA recently. Have you had a conversation with him yet since Abu Dhabi?
I didn't know that. I didn't know that happened, but yeah, I mean, I told you guys that I think he's going to go to 30. So.
Any update on him?
He's still testing. Why the hell would you want to test still if you're not going to fight?
Has he committed? I mean, have you guys talked? Has he committed to that yet?
Oh, he hasn't committed, but I feel like he's gonna.
Two other quick ones.
And I'm not really pushing him. We talked about it, and he just fought. Let him take some time, spend some time with his family, spend the holidays, and there's no rush.
It's kind of related to that, I think, but Conor McGregor and Dustin Poirier, you said it's pretty much done, January 23rd. We haven't had an official announcement. I guess a couple questions. One, there's rumblings that might take place in Abu Dhabi. Can you comment on that? And two,
that's what?
That it might take place in Abu Dhabi. Right. Is that the working plan right now?
Yeah.
Nice. Would that be just 1 week, or would we start Fight Island run again?
I'll let you know when it's ready to let you know.
Like January 16th or something.
Yeah.
And here's what I find interesting about it. Would that possibly be for a title fight? I mean, that would be 2 months from now, right? Would you by then hear from Khabib and know if he's coming back or not, and that could be a title fight?
No. Khabib's going to fight. I believe he's going to. It's not for the title.
Okay.
Thursday marked the end of an era, as former UFC middleweight kingpin Anderson Silva was released from his contract. Silva retired following his loss to Uriah Hall at UFC Vegas 12 recently, but he left the door open a crack. UFC President Dana White, however, slammed the door shut, at least the door to the octagon. It is very difficult for us to stop, but today is the final day. I am so happy to be here and doing my last show for my fans here in UFC, Silva said in his post-fight interview with Michael Bisping. But even then he may have had plans beyond the UFC. When Bisping tried to confirm that we had all just witnessed the final mixed martial arts bout of his career, Silva hedged his bet. First I go back home. I go back and sit with my team. It's tough to say it's my last or not because this is my heir. I do this for my entire life and with my heart. So let's see. In his comments after Silva's final fight in the octagon, White was adamant that he had made a mistake in letting Silva fight again, and said in no uncertain terms that the former UFC middleweight champion would not fight for him again. Look at Anderson. When the fight was over, he couldn't even stand up to do his interview. He had to sit down and do an interview. I made a big mistake and I shouldn't have let him fight this fight tonight, White said. He's a legend of this sport and he's a legend of this company, and I did something I disagreed with. I knew I was right, and tonight proved I was right, and Anderson Silva should never fight again. I don't feel good about myself that I let Anderson Silva fight this last fight. White certainly made it final, at least in regards to the UFC. With Silva being released from his contract according to MMA Fighting, even if Silva decides to fight again, it won't be under the banner where he spent his last 14 years.